Coaching for behavioral change process is ranked as the #1 coaching process worldwide for 2020 by Global Gurus. Dr. Marshall Goldsmith, world's #1 leadership thinker and executive coach, designed this process. It has a success rate of 95% based on a large-scale study of 11,000 leaders, and it has been used globally to coach over 1 million leaders with great success. Furthermore, it is a process that can be easily replicated. In fact, companies like GE, Agilent, Ford, and many more have replicated this process throughout the organization to coach hundreds of leaders using internal and external coaches. And I am sharing this blueprint of this executive coaching program in this short video. You can also download the PDF file with all the steps. Follow the steps in the blueprint and your leaders will almost always achieve positive and measurable behavior change. Today, leadership is not just for leaders anymore. Companies realize that sustaining peak performance requires a company-wide commitment to developing leaders and leaders at all levels. And this process can help you scale your leadership development program throughout the company. So here are the steps. First, involve the leaders being coached in determining the team members who can provide meaningful feedback. These key team members may usually include the direct reports, the peers, customers, suppliers, and members of the management team. Next, collect anonymous feedback from these selected team members, and feedback of two kinds. Quantitative, team members rate the leader's performance against a validated inventory of behaviors of successful leaders. This is also known as the 360-degree or multi-rater feedback. We use the Global Leadership Assessment, GLA 360, but you can use any reputed and validated tool. It's just fine. The feedback process is best handled by an external consultant or a coach and not by the company's internal HR department. The qualitative feedback. Team members answer questions like, what is the leader doing well? What does the leader need to change or improve to become a more effective leader? Next step, review the feedback. The coach reviews the feedback results with the leader. To preserve the anonymity of the raters and the privacy as well as dignity of the leader, an external coach is best, at least until this step. Next, reach an agreement with the leader on the key behaviors to change and improve. Let the coach help the leader decide 1 to 3 areas to improve or change, and then confirm these areas with the leader's manager or sponsor. Next, have the leader ask their colleagues for future-focused suggestions on what to do to increase their effectiveness in the selected areas of improvement. Next, prepare an action plan. Let the leader review all the suggestions, prioritize them, and make an action plan to implement the selected suggestions. Usually, the leader works on implementing these suggestions for 1 month. Next, review the results and repeat. So what happens when the month is over? The leader then asks his or her team members 2 questions. During the last 1 month, how did I do to implement the 2 suggestions I committed to working upon? And the second question, would you please give me future-focused suggestions so I can implement them in the upcoming next month? So this process repeats for somewhere between 6 to 12 months. This follow-up will assure continued progress on the initial improvement area goals and as well as uncover additional areas for the leader's improvement. And finally, measure results. Conduct anywhere from 1 to 3 anonymous mini surveys with the leader's team members to measure actual behavior change. Mini surveys only take about 5 minutes or sometimes less to fill. The team members rate the leader on the questions like, did the leader implement the suggestions? Did the leader improve in the selected improvement areas? Do you think the leader has become more effective or less effective compared to before? So this is the list of the steps of the blueprint of the world's #1 rated leadership coaching program. Does it sound too simple? You bet. But simple doesn't always mean easy. The key to changing behavior is learning to learn, especially from those around us, and then modifying our behavior based on their suggestion using the collective intelligence of your team members. We offer this exact same coaching process to help the leaders in your company. In fact, we guarantee measurable results. If your leaders don't improve, you simply don't have to pay. Who decides if the leader has improved or not? Not us, not the leader. The leader's team members determine improvement through anonymous mini surveys. I talked about it earlier in the last step of the blueprint. We also help companies train and develop internal coaches so you can scale this process and develop leaders organization-wide. So are you ready to upgrade and scale the leadership development in your company? Then let's have a quick conversation. You can schedule a 15-minute conversation by clicking the link below.